Happy New Year, everybody. On this episode of AYL, we are going to celebrate the new year at the Land Cruiser Museum in Salt Lake, and we are going to bring you some of our favorite stories and your favorite bloopers.
It's time to ring out the old and bring in the new.
Welcome to AYL TV. We're the Dykstras.
And I'm Chad Booth.
I'm Scott Phillips.
I'm Phil Rawlings.
And we are here at the Miller Museum, filled with nothing but Toyota Land Cruisers. I didn't know so many existed.
So many different ones.
Oh yeah, I know. It's incredible from like World War II forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how'd you rig this? How'd you get this? What kind of juice did you pull to get Greg to let us in here?
I called up the reservation desk and paid
him
it.
some money.
Genius.
Like the perfect ending to a perfect year, because we've had a wide variety and a lot of different generations of stuff happening in the show. And of course, as it's New Year's, what we're going to do is look at some of our favorite stories. Scott, what was yours?
Oh, my favorite story was the Vernal Rock Rally, because in line with our bloopers, Phil and I were super excited about that. And we worked really hard to get both of our Wagoneers ready. And then on the day that we were supposed to go out and film, neither one of us made it on the trail.
Well, maybe like a mile on the trail.
We made it a few miles on the trail, but
Skyler was there to tow you back. Right?
Yeah.
we spent
Skyler
the
went
day
on the trail. He got to see the trail.
Yeah,
I was leading the trail.
Yeah, Skyler led the trail, so we got to spend the day in the parking lot while everyone else enjoyed the trail.
So there's so many fun adventures on AYL, it's honestly hard to choose, but if I had to think of ones that really stand out to me from this past year, I really enjoyed the Jim Bridgers canoe trip, and then also the bald eagles. Just such a majestic creature, and look forward to so many more adventures this next year.
I've had a great time this year with AYL. I've had so much fun going out on these trips and watching them and doing the things with my kids. This has just been a fabulous year. I have a favorite though, and that's the Barracks Trail. We went up, we were looking at the backside of the Zions, we were seeing the different colors in the cliffs against the green pinions, and it was beautiful, the river crossings. We just had a riot on that trail. So much fun with Honda World on that. That's my favorite.
There are so many amazing adventures we have covered this year, but for me, I have to say the one I liked the most was the vintage Jeep rally. It is so cool to see everybody get out there, and they've taken their vehicles, they've saved them from the junkyards, rebuilt them, and they get them out on the trail, and it's just amazing what these vehicles can do.
You know, I've been thinking about this. My favorite story is one that I have been trying to accomplish the entire 23 years we've been doing At Your Leisure. And we finally got it done. We went to Teutonia, Idaho, and we rode around on the snow points. They are a most unusual, bizarre, rare airplane motor on a set of skis. They are so much fun to just drift across the snow. And it was well worth it. Right now, though, it's time for us to take off to our first story. You know what all the people on air think about, but what about the people you don't see? Here's our producer's favorite.
Today in Manaway, Utah, it's the last race of the season. The National Interscholastic Cycling Association is an organization which develops mountain biking programs for schools all across the United States. With dozens of high schools in attendance, the varsity cyclists are the main competitors, but there's still a place for younger participants who are still developing their skills and aspiring towards future competition.
The course was pretty fun. I love the speed, the challenge, and the berms. The berms are fun. You can enjoy exercise. Mountain biking is a very good exercise, and most of the time I actually really enjoy it. Unlike stuff like lifting weights and doing push-ups, that's just kind of boring. And then there's mountain biking, which is super fun because you get to go fast and do turns. And I mean, going downhill is just the best. except for when you fall.
I've seen my son go from being scared of any hill at any bike park, regular trails, and I've seen him go from that to being on these really rocky trails, which honestly makes me nervous. So I think it's good for them. If it's making me nervous, it's good because they're challenging themselves. They're learning new skills, not only for fitness, but for mental confidence too. Because I think the skills that they learn here, the confidence they learn on these trails, they'll carry on to the rest of their lives, into college and further.
It's like nothing else, right? Because everybody, literally everybody, boy, girl, you can all participate. You can all come and have a great experience. No sitting on the bench. No, do I get a play coach? You're racing and you're participating every day.
Today it was fun. I got to see my brother ride. Competition teaches you that you don't have to be in first place to do your best. You just have to try, and if you don't get first place, it's fun.
I really like biking. It makes me feel nice because I get to spend time with my family without going on electronics, and it's just fun to enjoy nature. It makes me more like confident doing athletic things.
Start line, just watching the kids' excitement, and then also the finish line, watching them go through. It's just the stories that the kids come away with and just the growth that they have being part of NICA is what inspires me. NICA came to Utah in 2012. This is its 13th year. This year we have about 7,500 riders and I think 79 different schools. So it's has a pretty big impact in Utah.
They're competing against themselves, right? They come out, they post a time, and they can build on that each race. It's not only a team sport, but it's individual. And everybody participates, and so you see them progress, you see them get better, you see them improve throughout the year.
When it's hard, I usually take breaks, tell myself to just keep going. My sister, she used to be scared of going down hills and stuff, but then eventually she got braver and braver.
If you fall down, don't give up and just keep on going, even if it's hard. You just keep on going and do what you enjoy, and don't be scared of the little things like crashing and stuff, because after you're done healing, you can just get back on your bike and do it.
NICA utilizes coaches from the schools as well as volunteer coaches who are integral for supporting training rides, but more importantly, developing the skills and values which the organization seeks to proliferate.
So I'm doing rides with the kids. I'm also participating in setup, logistics, so really just keeping the kids going, making sure they're in the right spot, making sure they're having fun too. That's been part of the fun of this, is I love being a dad, but I also love being a mentor, even not to my children. So being able to cheer other kids on, get them motivated to actually ride their bikes and go faster, it's just been awesome.
It takes about 150 volunteers per race weekend to put on a race. We have about 3,500 coaches. We have a 6-to-1 ratio where when you have 6 kids out on a ride, you need at least 1 parent for every 6 riders. And so it's a huge volunteer commitment, and that's a lot of families involved.
The community being brought together is really important, and I feel like this brings people out and gets them involved.
Yes, there's competitiveness, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what jersey you're wearing. You're part of the NICA community, you're part of the race, and it's just a big family.
This is the first year I've done this particular event, and I just want to keep coming back.
Hey, welcome back to AYL. We've been really enjoying the opportunity to check out the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum, but we're here for a reason.
And that's the 10th Slorex Christmas party.
Yeah, 10 years. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's kind of mind blowing that we've been doing the Salt Lake Off-Road and Outdoor Expo for 10 years.
Yeah, man, time flies. We started out this cute little thing, and now we're the largest off-road show west of the Mississippi.
That's pretty crazy. And what better place to celebrate our 10-year anniversary than here at the museum?
Well, the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum is a place to celebrate the history of the Land Cruiser, and the enthusiasm that people who own them have for them, and to preserve the record for future generations. Land Cruisers are, they have a worldwide reputation for being the go-to vehicle when it matters, when it really matters, when it's a life and death situation, or you gotta be there, you gotta be able to do it, you have to depend on it. That's the way they are. They create bonds between owners.
We're gonna take the tour, and you should too. If you want to take a tour, call them, set it up, and they're gonna come and tell you all about the amazing history.
We have guests who say things on departing like, wow, that's a lot cooler than I thought it was going to be. This is a lot better than I expected. And people who are fond of other makes say, you know, I'm a Bronco guy or I'm a Jeep guy or whatever, but I said, but these things are really cool.
I would have liked to have been tapping in on that first phone call. Honey, I had a little problem with the Land Cruiser today.
We took a wrong turn somewhere.
Yes, definitely.
Welcome back to AYL TV. We're here with the Dykstras. They're part of our new family of AYL hosts and everything. And so do you know the story behind this thing at all?
It got caught in a fire in California.
Oh,
Yep.
really?
Yeah.
Largest fire in the state's history, I think they said in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Just burn it right on up.
Well, you know, a Land Cruiser owner would say, well, of course, it would take the biggest fire to hurt a Land Cruiser.
Yeah, they would.
I know how they are.
Yep.
So, you know, you guys are kind of new. How's this going for you as being hosts on the show?
About the same as that Land Cruiser there. We try to make everything smooth as we can, but no, it comes out good. We think it looks good, but I don't know how you guys make it so smooth.
Well, we don't do any better than you do in the field. We just fake it better in the edit. We know how to set up the editors. That's why we have bloopers.
Fair enough. Bloopers are so fun. Check out some of the ones from this year.
All right, here we go. This is the one. Hi, welcome to... no, it's not.
This is our 10-year-old, soon to be 11, Cassidy. And this is Sunny.
Josie, you gotta stop mixing that up.
Oh, my bad. This is Josie, who is
9.
8. Oh, yeah, she's 9. That's right. Over here is Sunny, and she's, wow, 7, soon going on 8.
No, she's 6, almost 7.
I am really good at this.
It's just awesome. Well, let's go check out some more. While we do that, you check out
Western slope four-wheelers.
All right.
Okay.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Heather.
We're out here in Western. All right. First message.
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, right now it's time for us to take off to our first trip of the day. Just in time.
My first train breakdown. Woohoo!
So now just get out there and find your own adventures there you go.
My skin is melting. Feel like I'm standing next to the sun. Again, all right, everybody. This is take 2 of about 5. I'm melting. All our racing fun has been around all these people. It's like a homecoming here. We've had a good time. We want some rounds. How about you? Did you go some rounds today? Hell yeah!
Ability to enjoy the beautiful scenery of Utah. And I don't remember what else I was going to say.
You guys check out next week's story.
Show.
Okay.
We hope you've enjoyed watching these bloopers. We've had a great time making them.
Yeah, we've started quite a few ourselves.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you're good at, right?
That's right. Mama always said I have a face for radio.
That's funny, my mama said the same thing.
Well, truly, I didn't expect to be in front of the camera doing this. It's actually been a lot of fun to be a part of the AYL family and to get to go out and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, we hope that you've been enjoying the content that we've been able to make. And we've had a vote on the favorite story.
Yep, the casting crew took their vote, and this is the favorite story from 2024.
We all love a good trail ride, but sometimes you want a little more. More power, more speed, more air. The adrenaline junkies with Whiskey Throttle School District couldn't agree more. So they've teamed up with the Utah Motorsports Campus to bring off-road racing to everyone.
So Whiskey Throttle School District was a group of family members that got together. We started going to the dunes, you know, driving side-by-sides and stuff. We ended up building this car in 2019 to start long jump competition. And that's kind of where we started doing all this type of stuff. That led into racing and long jump competitions. We travel around the states competing in that type of stuff. And then we started an apparel brand. And that's kind of where we're at. And then this is gonna be our first race event that we put on ourselves. So that's where we've gotten to.
I'm actually part of Whiskey Throttle's race team. So I am signed up to do all 4 races. I have been driving ever since I could understand the concept of the steering wheel and sitting on my dad's lap and him controlling the pedals. I think anyone that has dreams of this should at least try it. And I would encourage most parents to allow their kids, because that has been the biggest thing I have enjoyed, is that my parents have been my #1 supporter the whole time. I can talk to them about anything. I've told them, yeah, like this is really what I love.
We're gonna have 32 racers, 4 racers per heat, 4 laps per heat. Each person should get 4 races in.
So my wife and I, Krista, we have a YouTube channel called Off-Road Diaries. We met the Whiskey Throttle crew about 3 years ago, and we became instant buddies. And they asked me to do a lot of their emceeing for their events. So I go out, I hype the crowd up. This event, we've got Drew from Carl Malone ADS with us, and he's helping us out a lot. Family-friendly people, and so are we. So we just wanted to do something that would be an event for everybody.
Grab your seats if you haven't already, and we'll talk to you here soon. Let's go!
Just a good way to get out and just really enjoy the different ways that we can, go and recreate, So that's the best part. I mean, you look around anywhere around here and it's just a whole bunch of kids kicking around, a whole bunch of families just having a good time. That's what it's all about.
We wanted to get the weekend warriors out and give them a taste of what it feels like to be on a track. No trophies this weekend, just grudge racing, just having fun, getting out here, doing cool stuff, learning new techniques on the track. A lot of people out here do not ride tracks like this in Utah, so that was our main focus. Let's get everyone out, give them a taste of it, and then we'll move on, do trophies in the future.
Isn't it awesome to see all these people here? That is my favorite part about this, is looking out there, seeing these little kids racing their 200s, seeing the teenage group, and then seeing the adult group, and it's all a hobby that keeps us out of trouble.
There are certain safety specifications that your machine must abide by, such as an aftermarket cage, 4-point seat belts, window nets, and a few others. But once those requirements are met, anyone can sign up to race.
We've got 4 events total. This one we've got in August, a September, and October event. But you go to our website, it's whiskeythrottlesd.com. You go to race nights and you can sign up as a racer. You can buy spectator tickets on the website as well. I just want to thank the people that helped us make this event possible. We've got a lot of sponsors out there around the track. All of them have played a huge part in making this event happen, and we've got a lot of volunteers that help our crew out, and those guys are amazing.
This is actually going to be my first dirt race. I usually only race sand. So this race will actually tell a lot about what I want to do, because I also really like watching all the videos about the Baja trucks. So this could just be the start and something else could be the finish.
Welcome back to the AYL TV New Year's show. I had no idea there's so many different models of Land Cruiser.
Yeah, there's one for every year of my life, and I'm the oldest guy here.
It is pretty incredible to see the collection that they put together here at the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum.
Have you guys picked out your favorite?
Yeah.
Greg, I hope you're not listening.
I've got a couple, but there's one that I would really like to take home.
Which one's that?
It's the brown four-door pickup that they've got in the center aisle.
We might be fighting over that one.
Oh, somebody else has a good eye.
Yeah.
I like the little green military just as you walk in the door. I like really old stuff. Makes me feel better.
That one's cool because you can really see the Jeep Bantam heritage in the Land Cruiser design.
You know, everybody comes to a New Year's and they think about all of their favorite things and their dreams and stuff like that. And, you know, our show's full of dreams, and part of them are going to come true just next week. Take a look at next week's show.
Next week, we're digging into the vault to bring you an AYL classic. Chad and Rhea are going to be teaming up with Casey of Casey's Off-Road Recovery to see how he helps off-roaders in need. Then, Nick Chase is taking you on a tour of Antelope Island, and we get to see some picturesque views on e-bikes. And finally, we join Jorgensen's at Sand Hollow State Park for a great day climbing the rocks at Double Sammy.
Next week's show looks great.
Yeah, it does. Not to outdo tonight's party, though, where we're ringing out the old and bringing in the new.
Exactly.
Yeah, and also, something new, we're going to announce a partnership between AYL and the Salt Lake Off-Road and Outdoor Expo. Two great companies, passionate about the off-road, passionate about outdoors.
Is that why you invited us out here tonight? Oh, doggone. You guys are sneaky.
We have ulterior motives.
You didn't look in the bottom of your gift very well, did you?
No, but we do want to also thank our sponsors. They have been great to help us through the year. In particular, we like to mention Honda World and Jorgensen's. They've been great supporters. Jorgensen's been with us for a long time. And we want to thank Eagles Landing for all their support through the years. And we're looking forward to new sponsors signing on with us for 2025. If you're in the outdoor business, you should be talking to us.
Absolutely.
Yep, sounds good. Hey, thank you for joining us. It's a great big world out there, so get out there and find
adventures you'll love. Happy New Year, everybody.